Amateur woodturner Richard Barth is learning how to shape the inside of a bowl at Kenneth Diener's studio in Lawrence.
I've always been fascinated by being able to turn a piece of wood into some type of usable object. I've always been a woodworker, and I became interested in wood turning by watching people at different wood shows and on television.
One of the things you learn as you turn a great deal is that you can see the shape and the form emerging from the wood.
Kenneth Diener is the president of the Long Island Woodturners Association, an organization of about 100 members that aims to get more people involved in the craft of turning.
The history of wood turning is as old as the ages. You can find turned pieces in the museum in Manhattan at the Metropolitan. In the Egyptian collection, there are turned pieces of wood. All it really requires is a wheel that moves and a cutting tool.
Most of the logs Diener uses are collected after storms that plague Long Island. He treats the ends of each log with a liquid wax to prevent cracking and allow them to dry slowly.
When you're ready to create a project, let's say a bowl that we're going to do today, the log gets cut in half with the chainsaw and then brought into the shop to be bandsawed into a shape, into a bowl blank that can be put on the lathe and turned into a bowl. I'm creating a center point in the blank so that when I put it on the lathe, it's balanced. What I'm right now trying to do is create a blank for a bowl out of that piece of wood that came from the log. And I've got it set on the lathe between two centers, relatively tight, and it'll spin slowly, and I'll start to create a blank that'll look like this.
A bowl gouge and a detail gouge are the primary tools required to make a basic bowl.
They're a little bit different, but they're both similar in the shape of the curve and the cutting surface. This is a deep fluted bowl gouge, which gives you a lot of heft when you're on the tool rest. This is a more refined tool, a little thinner, and this is used for getting into spaces that this fat tool can't get into.
Shaping the inside of a bowl is the reverse of the process used to shape the outside.
Before we went from the narrow end to the wide end and cut the shape, now we're going to go on the inside of the bowl from the wide end to the narrow end and hollow out the inside of the bowl. The process is the same. You're going to be riding the bevel, and you're going to be pushing the tool into the wood and creating a hollow and a shape that's the interior of a bowl shape.
After the bowl takes its final shape, it's sanded on both sides to 220 grit.
And then the next step would be to put some kind of sealer on the bowl and then some kind of finish. Now, if you're going to use the bowl in your house for a salad or for fruit, you're going to want to put a finish that's non-toxic. So you may want to soak this in a mineral oil, or there are finishes that you can buy through various turning catalogs that are non-toxic finishes. You don't want to use a finish that's petroleum-based.
While wood turning produces tangible results such as bowls, tops, pens, and table legs, its intangible benefits are equally important.
It's very relaxing. You could stand in front of the lathe for hours doing something, doing a project, and I enjoy, accomplishing something that is pleasing to the eye.
From Lawrence, this is Michael Karelis.